Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Muhammad Hakimi bin Ahmad. Today I will guide you on understanding a humidity chart. Firstly, let's start by identifying the axis. Examine the bottom of the chart to locate the dry bulb temperature, represented by the horizontal or x-axis. This axis denotes temperature readings in Kelvin or Celsius. Utilize the vertical lines stemming from this axis to trace measurements throughout the chart. Each temperature level corresponds to a vertical line standing from the axis. If your desired measurement falls between temperature levels, estimate its location. Secondly, find the humidity ratio level on the right vertical axis. The y-axis marks the amount of moisture per pound or kilogram. Use horizontal lines stemming from this axis to emphasize the humidity ratio throughout the chart, also known as absolute humidity. Locate the uppermost boundary on the chart to find the saturation curve, connecting the x and y axis and illustrating the relationship between temperature and absolute humidity at 100% relative humidity. Next, follow the interior curve points to observe various levels of relative humidity. Notice the lines following the curve of the saturation curve representing the relationship between temperature and pressure when the humidity is less than 100%. In most cases, each line away from saturation curve represents a 10% decrease in saturation. As the temperature decreases, relative humidity lines become closer together until they are nearly indistinguishable. Moving on to the interior markings, first look to the right side of the chart to find vertical dew point lines. Just to the right of the y-axis, locate the lines with the dew points measurements in degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius. Use a ruler if needed to align marks with the line on the chart. Note that dew point lines remain constant and flat throughout the chart, unaffected by dry bulb temperature changes. Next, locate the vapor pressure line to the right of the dew point lines. Along the same vertical line as dew point measurements, marking will indicate various vapor pressure in inch of mercury or millibars. Use a ruler horizontally to align marks with the chart lines if necessary. Identify diagonal specific volumes lines throughout the chart. This line indicates the amount of air that a unit discharge was meant to measure, typically within a range of 2 to 3 cubic meters per kilogram. Lastly, find the diagonal enthalpy scale surrounding the chart. Along the chart's extremes, just outside the saturation curve, diagonal lines represent enthalpy in BTU per pound of dry air. Use a ruler to extend these measurements into the chart. Let's conclude my presentation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all students in my lecture. I am Muhammad Aiman bin Nasir. Now we are go on to the discussion part. Given that dry bulb temperature is equal to 40 degrees Celsius and wet bulb temperature is equals to 25 degrees Celsius. By using the psychometric charts, find the relative humidity, specific humidity, dew point temperature, specific volume, and enthalpy.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all the students and my instructor, Sir Munir bin Abdul Rahman. And now we go to the part discussion. I will show you step by step how to solve the question. So, given that dry bulb temperature is 40 degrees Celsius and wet bulb temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Using the psychometric chart, find relative humidity, specific humidity, dew point temperature, specific volume, and enthalpy. Now we take line first. Line. Now we point at the 40 degrees Celsius at dry bulb temperature. So here is the dry bulb temperature. Right. Now we will point the wet bulb temperature. Take the line. Wet bulb temperature is equal to 25 degrees Celsius. So here is the line of wet bulb temperature. Right. Now so here is the wet bulb temperature. 25. Right. So here is the intersection among the dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature. So now we looking for the first question is find the relative humidity. So I take the line. Relative humidity. Here there is a line of humidity, relative humidity. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90 and 100. Now here is the intersection. So the intersection show that the point is at the relative humidity 30%. So relative humidity is equal to 30%. Here is the point and the line of relative humidity. So 30%. Now we will do for the specific humidity. So I take the line. So here is the specific humidity or humidity ratio. So it's the intersection. Now I make a line to the humidity ratio. So the line of the specific humidity or humidity ratio is between 0.01 and 0.05. We assume that the specific humidity is equal to 0.014 because the line is near to the 0.015. Okay, next. We will find the dew point temperature. So, I will take the line. The dew point temperature is here. Now, here is the dew point. So we wanna looking for the temperature. So the temperature of dew point is here. So the dew point temperature is between 8, 15 and 20. So the dew point temperature is near to the 20. So we assume that it is 19 degrees Celsius. Right. Now we look for the specific volume. Specific volume is here. The line 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is the line of specific volume. Now I take the line. Make a line parallel to the specific volume. Right. Here's the point and it's the line of specific volume. Yeah. Now the specific volume line is between 0.9 and 0.95, but the line is near to the 0.9. So we assume that the specific volume is 0.91. And don't forget for the unit, insert the units. Meter cube over gram. Now we're looking for the last one is enthalpy. So here is the line of enthalpy. The brown one is enthalpy 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 and 240. Now I take the line like usual. Here's the point and make the line parallel to the enthalpy line. Right. Now the enthalpy line is on the wet bulb temperature line. So the enthalpy line is between 60 and 80. We assume that the line is at the 0.75 or 0.71. We assume joule over gram. Now we have done for the humidity chart question. So here's the answer, and thank you. That's all from me, Muhammad Aiman bin Nasir. Bye bye.